Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. I wanted to do more color here makeup tutorial, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so you guys already know how I do my eyebrows. I'll be using MAC Cosmetic Embark eyeshadow to shade her eyebrows in. Then I'll be using a lighter foundation to sculpt it. I'm using a angle brush, and I'll be using a concealer brush by MAC Cosmetic, the 242 brush, to conceal the eyebrows. I love how sharp the 242 brush makes the eyebrows. Some people like to use two different tones to conceal the eyebrows, but I use one concealer, but I have my days I'll use two. This is what you call a nasty sharp eyebrow. After doing both sides of the eyebrows, I normally connect them together or shade them or fade them together. Then I'll remove the middle piece by using my finger and rub it in between to give it that fade effect. Now I'll be using black Opal cosmetic in the shade Nutmeg to conceal the concealer underneath her eyebrows. I also use the Nutmeg as my eyeshadow base. And to conceal the concealer above the eyebrows, I'll be using black Opal Carb. The key to hiding the concealer is getting as close as possible to the natural hair of the eyebrows. And it's never too late to go back and reapply more concealer to sharpen up the eyebrows to make it look more neater. And as you see, I fade the brows together again to make sure they're evened out straight across. Now for my eyeshadow primer, I'll be using Benign Cosmetic Clown White. I'll be working out of the Carnival palette, and my first shade that I'll be placing in the crease is Mint. So I add the mint in the inner corner of the eyes and the outer corner of the eyes, and then connect it in the middle. I try to put as much as product on the eyes so it can be visible. I'm just using a regular Crease fluffy brush. The next color I'll be placing is called Envy. I'm using a small pointed tip brush to place that color where I need it to be. Next color I'll be using is that yellow called King. I'm trying to mimic her hair, so I'm using that yellow to soften up the green mint above the eyes. Next, I'll be using Mood, that dark blue, on the ends of her eyes. I do a baby triangular motion when applying Mood to the tips of the eyes and bring it in towards the crease a little bit. At the same time, I'm still dipping into the yellow to blend it out. After that, I'll be cutting the crease with a MAC Pro Longwear Concealer NW35. I'm using the MAC Cosmetic brush in 242 to help me cut the crease. Sometimes I'm not sure where the crease may go, so I'll have the client to open their eyes and it will tell me how far more I need to add more concealer at. Doing crease cut, you must do your best to try to make the line as sharp as possible. Next, I'll be using the shade Breezy to fill in the crease cut. I will pack it on first in the center area. Then when you reach closer to the crease line, you have to try your best to leave it only at the line, not to blend it in with the green. Next, I'll be using my favorite liquid liner. It's by Amuse Cosmetic. I'm just giving it a nice thin wing liner. For her eyelashes, I'll be using two lash. The first one is La Charmer number 15, and the second one would be from La Charmer number 28. I love using the tweezers to clamp the lash down to make sure it's nice and secured. While I'm still on her eyes, I'll just add some shimmer underneath her eyebrow bone just to highlight it. Now to prep her face, I'll be using Cetaphil moisturizer. Next, I'll be using BECCA Poreless primer. This is one of my favorite primer. One thing about BECCA, it will matte down very quick, so you have to hurry up and blend the product down. Because if you don't, if you leave little white patches of that primer to be seen, once you put your foundation on, you will see that patch underneath it. So next, I'll be using the LA Girl Pro Color Corrective Orange. That was way too much of orange that I put on her face. I noticed that. I forgot that, it's no way you could blend that orange down, because once you start blending it down, it looked even more orange. She almost looked like a carrot, so I end up wiping it off. As I wipe as I go. I'm not going to sit there and let that thing be on your face. Just wipe it off. If you made a mistake, wipe it off. That was too much orange. I knew it was way too much when her face started turning too orange for me. So that's why I began wiping off as I go. That was a makeup wipe. I was wiping as much of that orange off that brush as possible. The orange color corrector is to neutralize any dark spots on the face. Some people may say she didn't need it. Some people might say she needed, but less is more or whatever. I learned the hard way. For her foundation, I'll be using Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Chai. And for the outer area of her face, I'll be using Too Faced Born This Way Spice Rum. Yes, her foundation look a little orange, but trust me, the concealer will color correct all of this orangeness underneath the foundation. Next, I'll be using Spice Rum for the outer area of her face. Oh, the foundation look a little orange, but I'm not that scared because I know the concealer can correct that orange mistake. With the whole bunch of patting and blending, you can see that the orange is starting to neutral out. It don't look as strong as it was in the beginning. Next, I'll be using Too Faced Born This Way Mocha Concealer. This will help me lighten and brighten any imperfection and also help with that orange mistake. I rarely use a beauty blender, but I'm using one today. You guys know I love a stipple foundation brush to do all my blending. Next, I'll be using the MAC Cosmetics Studio Fix Fluid NW58 to do all my contouring. I love liquid foundation to contour because it's much easier for me to blend in. I rarely use powder, but I know the liquid does better for me. You can use any dark liquid foundation as long as you know how to blend it out. I love contouring. Sometimes you gotta team tag the face with a beauty blender and a brush. And as you can see, you can barely see orange. No more orange foundation. Now to make the nose a little bit sharper, I'm just running a little concealer straight up the nose. For those of you guys that don't know how to do a perfect narrow nose, this is a simple trick that you could do. Before setting underneath the eye, I always use the brush to remove the creases. The setting powder that I am using is from Born This Way. The Too Faced Born This Way setting powder, the ethereal powder, is really fine. It's just like baby powder. I like the application, so I'll be using this a little bit more. And the next powder that I'll be using to set the face is by MAC Cosmetic Skin Finisher in the shade Dark. I use that in the inner circle of her face. And for the outer area of the face, I'll be using a little bit of deep dark to give it a little contour with the darker powder. Next, I'll be using Banana Cosmetic Banana Powder to give her that extra highlight. For the blush, I'll put it in the description box. It's just a mixture of blush by Juvia. When you feel like the blush is too much, just use your foundation brush just to tone it down. Now it's time to dust the powder off. To me, banana powder is extremely potent, so you must blend that powder down. If you don't blend it down, and if you choose to take a flash picture, you will see where you place the powder. You will get a flashback. So it's important to blend that powder down. Because there was a lot of powder I was blending down, I know some powder got underneath the lash, so I'm just touching up with some mascara. Now I'll be using a chestnut pencil by MAC Cosmetic. Then I'll be using Honey Love lipstick by MAC Cosmetic. Next, I'll be using the lip gloss by MAC Cosmetic called Nifat. Everything I use will be listed in the description box. Now I'll be using a white pencil by MAC Cosmetic. Now I'm going back in the Carnival palette to grab the shade Breezy. With this color, I'll lightly tap it on the waterline. Be careful because it's kind of shimmery, so you might get it in the eye, so try your best to tap it only on the white area. If you have a blue pencil, that's even better. I couldn't find my blue, so I had to improvise and use that color. Now I'm just mimicking the shadow. As before, I'm just using mint, then I'm going to use a little yellow, and then I'm going to use a dark blue mood. So I'm just mimicking the way I place the shadow on her eyes, underneath her eyes. Now I'm using Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray to set her makeup, and I also like using a spray, then using a bronzer on top of it. It'll help the bronzer pop out even more. Now I'm just using a crease brush to place the bronzer exactly where I want it, on the bridge of the nose and also on the bow peak of the lips. Now I'm using a mascara with the cardboard to help me control this product so it don't get on the skin. And here you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about it.
Hey YouTubers, it's me, Foxy Doll. You can follow me on Instagram at Foxy_Doll. That is FOXXY_DOLL. Yes, it's me, the doll. Today we are going to be styling her hair for our face caption. He has done this model's beautiful makeup, and this evening I'm helping him out, and we're just going to take the glam up one more notch, and we're going to give her curls for the girls.
So basically my good friend is just going to give her some wand curls. Now he's just opening the curls a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button, and please leave your comment.